beautiful day that the Lord has made. Get out, rejoice, glad in it. Because you know what? He didn't have to wake us up early this morning, but he did. And I am so grateful. Allowing your girl another chance to get it right. Oh, hallelujah. It's another work day, as you can see, at the Walmart. Y'all see my birds over there? Feeding them, they eating popcorn. I do popcorn every morning, and I bring the birds some popcorn seed. Hey, my sister, Miss Gwen, how you doing? I'm just stopping by a little bit just to do a little video. How you doing? How your day going? As you all can see, I am at work, but God is good. We had a little rain here yesterday. It's a little cloudy today, but it is still good and it's still hot. Yeah, I feed them. I try to feed them every morning. I make popcorn in the morning. I make the coffee. So I bring a little bag and I throw them out there to my birds. They be asking me, where you going with this popcorn? I said, I'm feeding my birds. They got to eat just like we have to eat. God blessed us where we can have food, so we can get them some food. Oh, you off today? That is good. My 2 day off days is on a Sunday and a Monday. But being off on a Friday is good. Happy weekend to you. And to anybody else that's going to come in and chat and see this. Just going to talk a little bit about how God goodness and God gracious, how great God is. Regardless of what we're going through in the world today, no matter what we see in the world today, God is going to start uncovering a lot of people. And I mean people that, big people that we've been respecting. We've been listening to their music. We've been listening to their preaching. We've been listening to their sermon. We've just been doing everything. People been pouring out money to them because, as I said about Diddy, people been buying his records and song, and we done made him a millionaire. And all the things that you see now that they was doing that corrupt and that was going on, we supported all this stuff. He not one of my big fans because I like a lot of slow old music like Barry White and Luther Vandross and the Isley Brothers. But we done bought a lot of records and CDs and books and all that. We making people rich that was having the devil use them, and all these preachers that being uncovered. And I listen to them so much now, and then you can see that nothing they say is of God. Back there when you was young, you didn't understand all that. You didn't look for nothing to be wrong in a man of God. But God is just uncovering. They cover them. They got jets and they got 2, 3 jets and they got all kind of nice mansion and houses. I wonder if that they mansion here on earth. And then when the Lord uncovered them, we still want to take up for them, but they ain't got no business saying that they're a man and a woman of God. No, the Bible said, the Bible is for teaching, rebuking, correction, and that's how God punished them. That's how he said, when you do wrong, he forgives us, but destruction is coming. And destruction is just coming for all these years that you done did these things and people don't see you for who you are. And that's what the devil do. He come around you and he look like a sheep in wolf clothing, but he just a wolf in sheep clothing. So I just see so much that we women and, you got some men too that done went through in life. And like I say, just so sad. Every day, you see Diddy trial on there. And everybody coming along with something different. How did he get away with this all this time? And good gracious, it just grieved my heart to see all the things that going on. Hey Renee, Secret Garden, how you doing, honey? I pray that you are blessed and highly favored. Sometimes I come over there and I watch a lot of your video. I ain't been seeing you, Gwen, on there for a minute. I don't know if that notification is off, but I've been seeing Renee. I try to watch y'all on my TV in my private time. I give you a thumbs up, but a lot of time I don't comment on it because I have to go back and get my iPad or be on the computer. So y'all just know I do see you, and I try to thumb you up much as I can. But you know your girl been busy. I've been painting. How you doing? Well, it's with Fuga Mama. Hey, Miss Glory Journey. I miss you all. I do. I try to, some of the ones that work coming in on like Glow Journey, I don't see you too much, but we got to keep on rocking on this YouTube thing. If it's something we love to do, whether we get monetized or not, we just gonna have to keep on doing what we love. We just got to love what we do. And we need one another. We all need each other because so much is going on. And like I say, every time I turn my TV on or I go on my phone, I'm hearing something bad. You don't hear too much nothing good going on anymore. And I'm down here in Mississippi. We got so much stuff killing going on in Mississippi. Our young folks, I can say our babies, 16, 17, 15-year old shooting and killing up one another. We got that curfew in Mississippi now, and we should have probably been had it, but it is sad when you have to lock down a certain time. But back then, I know my baby sister and Glow, y'all know about it. We used to, with stoves and everything used to be closed. When dog come, you don't get your gas, you don't get your food, you don't get nothing. They closed at a certain time. I said on a Sunday, we didn't have no stoves open or nothing. We took that Sunday and they took that day and we served the Lord. So now we open Sunday, we open 7 days a week. Where we gonna get God some time at? Then they schedule you, you have to work, but unfortunately, I thank the good Lord, I'm off Sundays and Mondays. But you know, my heart go out to people that have to work on the Lord's day. Or whether they take Saturday, or whether it be Sunday. We need some rest. We need some rest just like the God needed the rest. We supposed to take that day and we rest on that day. And anything we do, we serve him on that day. We got to take time out for the Lord. And it is hard to do. Y'all see my birds eating their popcorn. Like I said earlier, I cook popcorn every morning for the associate. I make the coffee in the morning. And I bring my birds some popcorn to try to feed them a little bit. Because God blessed us enough to have food. And so they got to eat just like we do. I don't know if they like it or not, but they sure eat it all. But to God be the glory. We just have to pray much for our country, our city, our state. We got to pray much for our president. We have to pray much for the mayor. We got to keep the preachers, the pastors, and in prayer, because there's so much coming out. We got to keep these songwriters, and we listen to these people's songs, gospel songs, and we listen to R&B. We listen to rap. I don't really listen to a lot of R&B, and I had never been crazy about rap, but for the ones that do, we just got to pray much for them because they human just like anybody else. And the devil can use anybody. He just using our babies and our children, stealing their joy before they get of age to realize that the Lord is good and he's guiding us and he keeping us. A lot of our young folk don't want to work. And I just look at that. I tell you young men, y'all get out there and work and take care of your mama, your parents. They done bought you this for, you can't, at my job, you got these young folk, they don't want to work. They're so lazy, they stand at home with their parents. But these young men need to be breaded up to work. If they can get out there, work at 10 years old, put them to work. Give them some discipline. Give them something to do so when they grow up, they'll know that they got to work in order to make their money, not go out here and rob and kill and steal from other people. We got to bring them up in the Lord. I know our young people now, these babies having babies. We ain't got no more big mamas and grandmamas and people that would tell you what to do. Our neighbor used to whoop us when we did wrong and stuff. They told us, you better go on back to the house, and we did it. Because they told our mom and our dad, they told our tails up. Now you can't really tell young folks nothing now. tell them pull their pants up there, look at you crazy, and probably would cuss you out. We couldn't get no cuss word out when we were younger. Our mama, if they cussed, you best not cuss. They used to tell her, don't do like I do. You do what I say. Now these kids, now you just can't do nothing with them. They so smart, but they're just so weak. And that's who the devil used. So we just got to just pray for them, and we got to still discipline them and tell them what's right. Even though they took prayer out of school, then they don't want you to whoop and they call the police. When my kid was young, I wish they would have called the police on me. That's where they were going to be staying, down there at the police station. Not with me. I tell them, you come by here trying to take me to jail, you might well take that child on there with you. Because I would definitely not raise a disobedient child talking back to me and I got to feed them. It ain't happening. I got to pay the light bill. No, it ain't happening. I got to hustle for to come out here and work for food and make sure they had clothes. No, it ain't happening. We got grandparents sad as it may say, we have to still help raise our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, because these parents not just don't care. They don't care at all. They go to school, they cuss the teacher out, they jump on the teacher, then the parent gonna come over there, and when they find out, they're gonna want to jump on the teacher too. We just got so much going on. The Bible is being fulfilled, you all. We just gonna have to pray. We're gonna have to read that word. We got to stay covered with God's blood. We got to do better than what we're doing. I find a lot of older people, they still getting drunk, they still going out to the club, and they still cheating, they still doing this. It's time for us to come in. It's all that stuff we didn't do when we were young. It's too late now. We got to bring this generation up right. If they see us doing it, they gonna want to do the same thing. So y'all, we just gonna have to look a little hard. We got to watch what we watch on TV. We got to watch who we support. That's why we have to stay in that word for ourselves. I know I'm talking fast, y'all. I'm trying to talk before any vehicle come. We just got through doing about 4 oil changes and doing some tires. And we ain't so busy this morning, thank the good Lord. He'll give us a break every now and then, but we have to take that break while we can. And so, but we just got to do better about it. Now we got to watch our young folks, because our young folks is killing. They don't care nothing about your old, they don't care nothing about babies. They don't care about nothing anymore. Mississippi, our mayor trying to say, we got to see why they so angry. See why they so angry. They ain't had no belt on their butt. That's why they so angry. They ain't had no discipline on their tail. That's why they so angry. They done took God out of and prayer out of school, out of everywhere. But you know what? They ain't took that. What about the flag? They ain't took that flag when I pledged allegiance to the flag off, but they showed them took prayer out. Our Father which art in heaven, I will be thy name. We used to go to school and we had to do our prayer before we do anything. We don't do that anymore at all. But if they can get prayer back in home, get prayer back in the school, it will be a little better. But you know, it's sad to say the Bible says it's gonna get worse before it even get better. So we looking for this under not even get no better. But we know what? It ain't gonna touch God, people. It's not gonna touch us because He already got us covered. But you just hate to see it go on to other people. You try to tell them what's right. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that at all. You know, you right, Renee. We have to pray in the morning, in the noonday, at night, all through the day now. Then we got to watch. Our group used to sing that song that telling the Lord to teach me how to watch, fight, and pray. We used to sing that song, and now, you know, as I got older, I really realized what it said. Because we lived in a time where the Lord got to teach us how to watch, fight, and pray. We got to put on the whole armor of God. That sword is that Bible. We got to fight the devil with that word. That's what we got to fight them with. And we can't be ashamed because they need it. When they come out here and say, hey, how you doing? I ain't doing so well. That's all you doing good. I said, you out here at Walmart. You doing fine. God done woke you up this morning. You walking. You got activity of your limb. You got your eyes. You can see. What more you want? You blessed. And they said, well, yeah, since you said that, you think about it, yeah, I am blessed. Sometimes we got to do them like that. We got to remind them that if somebody didn't get up out of bed this morning, and I don't mean that they're dead and gone, that means they just couldn't get their legs up and get them out of bed. Somebody couldn't see this morning. So they can't see, they got to feel their way out of the bed. And you out here, I mean, come on, you blessed. It's a blessing to have money to get tires, or get your oil changed, or buy food, or do this and that. No, you may not have nothing when you get through, but it's a blessing to get the things that you need. Look at the people on the street that's homeless, that don't have anything. They got to rely on other people to give them something to they can live to go on. They have to go in the garbage can. You don't find many people stopping, trying to take care of the poor and the needed and the people that's out on the street. It could have been us, or it could have been our children, could have been our grandchildren. We have to realize when a person really homeless, then yeah, we should stop and give them something. Now you got some of these rascals now. They don't want nothing but something to get some drugs. They don't want to do better. But then it's something wrong with their mind. The devil got their mind going. All these spirits, folk don't believe in spirits, but spirits are true. Spirits are cotton. Spirits are in the Bible. Spirits are evil. Is lurking around to get into somebody. Like Miss Gwen. Gwen say, demons. I don't need those demons following me. Because you got a lot of demons. And when demons following you, you got to shake them jokers out. Because if you ain't 10 feet careful, they'll get on you. So yeah, we got to pray for one another. Where you are, I thank y'all for coming in this little while. Y'all see my birds, they still eating. I got an oil change and I'm finna go back to work. But God bless you all. You all be careful out here on this journey. Because the devil is out to kill and steal God people. That's what he's trying to do. But it won't work. So you all have a blessed and wonderful day. And y'all look after each other. You look at your parents and your brothers and your sisters and your cousins. Tell them what's right, whether they want to hear it or not. Because God hold us accountable. We should be teaching and preaching, and every time you look around, we need to tell somebody about the word of God. We need to tell somebody how good God is. We need to tell somebody that Jesus came and died for our sins. So look like we need to tell these older folks too, because the Lord uncovered them so bad now that evidently they didn't learn nothing when they was young coming up and stuff. I mean, preachers, people that get all this money, help somebody else. Yeah, we just wasting our money on some of these preachers and men of God and some of these records we be listening to and all this stuff coming out. But that's a waste of money. Give our money to somebody that really need it. Give them to somebody that really need it. We've been popping our fingers. I know I was. I was at the club popping my fingers and slow dancing and all listening to all this music. And now you come back and the Lord uncovered and tell me, look what you were spending your money on. That was a waste of time. All them drinks that I done bought, and that was a waste of time. Now I tell anybody, if you're gonna drink some wine or whatever you drink at your house, that's your own business. Nobody's business but your own. But if you get out there in the public and you say that I'm representing God, all that getting drunk and wallowing. I used to be out there, but thank God for deliverance. Thank Him. Thank Him for His grace and thank Him for His mercy. He looked down on us all. I know I said I was going to go, y'all, but it got me still going. The things we used to do, we done did that and done that. But some of the things going on now, we be too scared to do when we were young. If I'm going to fight somebody, I'm going to fight somebody fist to fist. I ain't going to go get no gun or knife and try to kill them. We fight it one-on-one. And if we couldn't whoop that person, then they became our friend. Now, you can look at a person wrong, they want to shoot you and kill you. All this sex trafficking going on, these men jumping on these women, dragging them and pulling them around and stuff, that ain't pleasing to God. When you hurt one of His little ones, what you do unto other people, you done it unto Him. He made us all. But y'all, I can't do no more preaching. I love you all. I'm so glad you stopped in. And Y'all be blessed and take care of yourself. So have a blessed and wonderful day, and I will see you all on the next video. And I am out of here.